At around 1:20 p.m. on November the 21st, only hours after he cancelled the remainder of his St. Pablo tour, reportedly Kanye was at the home of his personal trainer when he began acting erratically, prompting his personal doctor to phone 911. Kanye was allegedly screaming about people trying to kill him and having hallucinations during what was described as a psychotic break. According to reports, Kanye physically attacked a staff member at the property, leading Kanye's personal doctor to place him on a 5150 hold, allowing a doctor to forcibly admit a patient with a mental disorder to hospital, with the doctor describing Kanye's condition as temporary psychosis due to sleep deprivation and dehydration. And segments of that 911 call were even later leaked to TMZ.
Yeah, I'm actually one of his doctors. I'm just calling for my cell phone. A request if we can have some police backup, because I don't think the paramedics,
Are you there now with them? So let me connect this with the police. If you can bring both,
yeah, because I think he definitely is going to need to be hospitalized. So I wouldn't just do the police by itself. I think he needs to.
Okay, what is the medical condition he's having, sir?
Weapons involved or in the area?
No other weapons. No.
And you're his doctor or therapist?
Yeah, correct, doctor.
So if you can just keep an eye on him, just try to. Obviously,
he's here with us.
Don't let him get any weapons or anything like that. If anything changes, if he does become physically combative between now and when the police and/or paramedics get their calls back immediately at 911.
Will do. Thank you so much.
The fire department dispatchers categorized this call as a psychiatric emergency, and upon their arrival, Kanye even tried to resist paramedics, leading to him ultimately being restrained in handcuffs, being taken to hospital in a fire truck after an hour of struggling. Kim was later pictured crying on the phone after hearing the news, with this moment broadcast exclusively on her reality show, of course. Kim would immediately cancel her plan to appear at the New York City gala, the Angels Ball, and was spotted flying home to be at Kanye's side, apparently even leaving Kris Jenner furious, as this gala was meant to be Kim's first public appearance since being robbed. But she did the right thing, dropped her plans, and rushed to be at Kanye's side, just as Kanye had done for her after she was robbed. Now, there was a lot said about what could have possibly triggered Kanye's mental episode. Of course, he was under a lot of pressure with his big tour, Kim had just been robbed the month before, and every single move and statement that he made was being scrutinized massively by the media. Combine that with the fact that he'd apparently just been extorted by his own family over a leaked sex tape. With all that on your plate, I don't think anybody would be able to keep it together. But as time went on, it would be revealed that there was even more to the story. Kanye would later speak openly in a TMZ live interview, saying that he was addicted to opioids during this period, apparently forming this habit after undergoing liposuction that he had carried out due to insecurity about his own weight. Apparently, Kanye's reasoning for the liposuction surgery was the result of his brother-in-law Rob Kardashian being mocked in the media for being fat, prompting him to flee his sister Kim's wedding and avoid further mockery. And apparently, after witnessing that, Kanye did not want to be mocked for being fat the same way. Kanye would go on to say that he got hooked on opioids after the surgery and unfortunately taking that bad habit on tour with him. Kanye would even reveal that the same person who got him weed on tour would get him opioids, and that over time, rumors of his drug habit was beginning to spread amongst his inner team. But apparently, in response to a comment by a member of his team saying that the opioids would kill his genius, Kanye stopped taking them just 2 days before that psychotic break where he was hospitalized. Following the breakdown, Kanye would spend an entire 9 days in the hospital, with it even being reported that numerous members of staff at the facility where he was being treated were fired for trying to improperly access his medical history. Eventually, Kanye would recover and be free to go, apparently being heavily medicated and leaving the hospital with a regime of 7 pills to take every day. So, Kanye had returned home with Kim and the kids and the personal doctor who had called 911 on the day of his breakdown. And initially, things seemed to be good in the West Kardashian household. It was reported that they had had celebration for Kanye's return and Saint's first birthday, as well as paparazzi spotting an enormous Christmas tree being delivered to their Bel Air mansion. However, other conflicting reports would circulate around this time, suggesting that the couple was struggling to keep it together, with more reports later emerging suggesting that they were headed for a full-blown divorce, with media initially reporting that Kanye had intended to take the remainder of the year off, before new reports came out suggesting that amid the potential collapse of his marriage, Kanye had been channeling his emotions directly back into his music. At this point, it wasn't entirely clear whether or not the initial rumors of Kim and Kanye's breakup were to be trusted. But if there's one thing that we know for sure that Kim cannot stand, it's that when Kanye gets political. And on the 13th of December 2016, only 2 weeks after being released from a psychiatric facility, a vulnerable Kanye West would meet President Donald Trump in person at Trump Towers for a private conversation and a public photo op.
Kanye, what did you guys discuss in your meeting today?
Just friends, and he's a good man. Doing well. Long time. We've been friends for a long time. Life. We discussed it.
Money in 2020. Do you think that's something you still want to do in light of this meeting? Kanye, are you considering performing at the inauguration this year? Kanye, no comment about your meeting with the president-elect. This is the president-elect of the United States. Nothing to say?
I just want to take a picture right now.
Well, then you take care of yourself. I'll see you soon. All right?
Kanye later elaborated on the content of their private meeting, saying that they discussed multicultural issues, as well as bullying, supporting teachers, school curriculums, and the violence in Chicago. He said he felt it's important to speak directly to the president to bring about change, rounding it all off with a hashtag 2020 tweet, once again foreshadowing a potential future run for the presidency himself. It was later reported that Kim was allegedly mortified by this meeting and had apparently even tried to get Kanye to pull out, with further reports coming out that apparently suggested that after the meeting, Kim and Kanye had been receiving therapy separately in a last-ditch attempt to save their marriage. But as December 2016 went on, Kim would be seen multiple times in public without her wedding ring, with Kanye missing an annual Kardashian family party. Reports would later emerge suggesting that Kanye was ready to set aside his political ambitions to keep his family together. And strangely from here, despite the supposed impending divorce of Kim and Kanye, they would seemingly work their differences out and continue having children.